Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Hearts of Iron 4 La Résistance, playing as the Global Defense Council. It is a new recording session for me, which means I finally get to address the relentless screaming I have seen in the comments section about forgetting how to properly core my states as the Anarchists. Well, not forgetting per se, just completely overlooking how it works. Remember how I was saying, oh look, there's a state in decisions, you're supposed to make a whole bunch of states, how does this work, right? And I couldn't find it worth anything? Yeah, so, I mean, if you look at the recovering from the Civil War option, if you want to core states, there's an actual decision, right? But if you want to core states as Anarchist Spain outside of recovering from the Civil War, it's not over here on the left, it's on the map. And you only see it if you zoom in. There it is. See all these little buttons right here? Yep. That's the stuff that I missed. If I had just looked 2 inches to the right, I would have seen it. But this is like the only nation in the game where you have to do that. I mean, for pretty much everybody else, you don't have to. You can just look over here in decisions and scroll down until you find what you're looking for. So I think it's a very understandable mistake that I just totally missed how to properly core states as the Anarchists. But now I know. So thank you all for, holding me accountable. I mean, people weren't actually mean about it. It's completely fine. But I appreciate people trying to help me when I am missing something, especially when it's a crucial feature like that. I mean, that's one of the main powers of Anarchist Spain is the ability to integrate additional communes, right? So it's kind of important that I'm able to do that, and you guys are letting me know. So that's nice. I do appreciate that. And a big shout out, of course, to Deus Miles in the Discord server for helping us spell it out for me since I apparently was too stupid to figure it out. I don't know. I just got home from work on Friday, and my wife's like, oh, by the way, people on Discord were yelling at you. I'm like, what did I do now? It's like they said something about you didn't know how to core states. I'm like, oh, frick. That means there is a way, and I've just missed it. I missed. Well, now we found it. Okay, so we need to train up some more troops because I know that I'm going to go to war against the United States relatively soon, and I'm going to want to have some serious breakthrough and also some pretty good mobility with motorized divisions. So let's go ahead and train up some more medium tank divisions, I think. We should have enough tanks to go around and make this work. Maybe we're missing a little bit, but not by too much. That should be fine. And for motorized, we actually have a lot of that. Not a ton. We got a few thousand motorized, but not an absolute massive amount. Well, we probably should try to get some at least anyway, because I do like to have some fast-moving divisions. That's probably one of the big downsides we have had up to this point with the heavy infantry build we've been following, is that we just don't have a lot of speed. And that's kind of important. Lots of speed is a good thing. So let's go ahead and train a few of these up as well. We may be a little bit low on supply for a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to get plenty of factories once I'm done dealing with the rest of the Axis in Japan, right? Speaking of Japan, we should probably go ahead and get ready to fight them. Let's see. I have some troops that are still transporting just off the coast of Japan, and for some reason, they're just totally letting that happen. It's like, wait, the Spaniards wouldn't actually be stupid enough to just, like, float right by our guns, would they? No, that can't be right. Well, here we are, doing our thing. So if we can get more troops set up over here, we'll go for a naval invasion, and I honestly am not too worried about it. Japan, I think that I've always been waiting for, like, lots of air superiority and for nukes and so on, but I don't know. Maybe the AI just does not react very well against naval invasions. I think that we're going to be fine. I think we're absolutely going to dominate this fool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get all the troops in position. It's going to be a little while anyway. We should also consider setting up some troops against the United States. Now, I was questioning, do I want to go ahead and, like, conquer people like Iran? Because we could just go ahead and do that, just go ahead and fabricate a claim, go for it. I mean, that's a thing we could do. Get some oil, join up some territory. If I'm going to go for a global conquest, we're going to have to kill all these people eventually anyway, right? Oh, we should be aware, by the way, when we do go to war with the Americans, they're right here, and we'll immediately take some territory. So we need to have somebody nearby to deal with them. Anyway, yeah, we could do that. But I think we should go ahead and save up some political power, and we are going to try to core some states. Because I'm a little bit low on manpower at the moment, and I would like a bit more. Now, the way that this seems to work, best I can tell, is you need to have at least 50% compliance in a state. Okay? That's hard enough to get. Then, you have to spend either 50 or 150 political power in order to integrate them. What judges that cost? I don't know. But what I've observed is if you have a land connection, then it seems to be 50, and if you don't, it's 150. That's what I've observed. Is that a hard and fast rule? I don't know. Then, so you spend the 50 or 150, you have to spend more political power for 60 or 90 days. So this will either cost you actually 110 political power, or 240 political power in order to integrate a state. So it's very expensive. But once you do, it is a core, which means you get all that population under your control and you can recruit from them like normal for manpower. So if you find a state with like 20 million population in it, I mean, that may very well would be worth it. Would I be willing to spend 240 political power to gain, let's say, another 1 or 2 million manpower? The answer is yes. So maybe in India, for example, that could be worthwhile. Like, this place has 50% compliance. And that's 32 million population right there. Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. Turn that into a core, enjoy all the manpower, and then just use the mass assault doctrine to just steamroll everybody. Tripping over my words a little bit. I haven't had my morning coffee. I'm sorry. It's a Saturday morning. I'm just now starting to get back into it. I've had a long freaking week, guys. Really long week. But that cup of joe does help quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of overtime. I will likely be doing not only YouTube, but also my regular full-time job a lot over this weekend. I thought that with the quarantine and stuff going on that it was going to get easier and I'd have a lot more free time, and I was wrong. I do not have more free time. I have less than ever. It's terrible, actually. But, you know, with the U.S. economy being what it is right now, I guess I am grateful that I have the ability to go to a job. So I will do what I need to in order to make it happen. We are very low on artillery. We need some more sword port equipment and some more motorized. Let's start by getting some more artillery, since I see that as a bit of a staple. And then, yeah, some more motorized would be good. And I think we're actually fine on support equipment. We're producing 73 per day, which means we should only have a few more days before we have enough. So I'm not worried about support equipment. We're fine with that. Motorized, on the other hand, yeah, it'd be good to have a bit more. Streamlined line. Good, that means we can build up our efficiency a lot faster. Hello, we have a whole load of new infantry. What should I do with you guys? Is a good question. Where'd this front line come from? I guess I could set you guys up against Denmark? Sure. I don't know, we're going to fight the Allies at some point. There's no point in sending this many troops over to Asia right now, because I'm not going to have the supply for it. So we're not going to worry about that. What else should I research? We're already working on the air doctrine. I could go for some upgrades to radar. I could go for the nuclear research. Do I think I'm going to have time to actually do anything with nukes? I don't think so. We could go a little bit ahead of time on soft attack. Yeah, I think that's worthwhile. Let's do that. And you know something? I also think that we also don't need to worry anywhere near as much about this whole infrastructure highway as I was talking about. So we're just going to go ahead and reduce this all down to 1. Finish what you've started working on so we can quickly redeploy our troops. Let's not lose progress. But then, yeah, let's just go ahead and give up on this. I think that we're going to be able to land in Japan and obliterate them fast enough that the supply issues are not going to be a real concern. I have that feeling. So what instead I'm going to do is start setting up radar and other things against the United States in anticipation that I am going to have to face them in the near-ish future. I mean, I can't see how we wouldn't at this point. So let's just go ahead and start setting up a bunch of radar stations. I'd also like to get a load of anti-air, because the United States usually has a very, very large and powerful air force, right? And I want to be sure that we are able to contest that, because even though I have acceptable quality planes, I'd like to make sure that we're able to shoot down whatever he sends after me so I don't have to worry about interception missions. I think that'll take a little bit too long. Alright, the troops are not quite in position. We have just a few left. These guys right here have to travel across the frozen wastelands in Kamchatka. So once these guys arrive, I think we actually just go for it and just do the naval invasion. Why sit around and wait? I mean, for real, why wait? Okay, so we are still just producing these guys. We should also go ahead and start creating like some 40 combat with divisions, right? Hey, did I ever make these guys up to... No, I got them as close to 20 as I could, but I never added in things like the anti-tank. Yeah, I mean, we could make our combat infantry a little bit stronger if I gave them something like anti-air. And if I did this, we wouldn't have enough, though. Anti-tank? Still, yeah, no, we haven't produced anywhere near enough to make this work, so I'm still going to leave this alone. But let's go ahead and duplicate this template. I'm just going to make this into a 40 combat with infantry. Since I'm running lower on tanks and motorized, the one thing I'm not running out of is manpower. Well, I'll have enough manpower now that I know how to get it. But manpower and infantry equipment and stuff. And artillery, perhaps. So let's just go ahead and get a bunch of those. Get as close to that 40 combat width as I think that I can. That's enough organization. I think we can toss in a little bit more artillery. And then that gets me over the 40 mark. We could stop there, or I could just toss on more infantry. That gets me to 39. So that's 456 soft attack. This is 474. I like this better. And then we'll leave ourselves the room to go ahead and add in some anti-tank or something in the future? Sure. That seems okay to me. Field hospitals I'm not worried about. What I'm going to want is things like logistic companies on these guys at some point. For now, let's go with this. I probably should go ahead and change the icon. Let's go for the katana. And let's just go ahead and start training a bunch. I know I'm low on artillery, but it's fine. Maybe not that many. Oh no, we're out of manpower. Oh, whatever shall we do? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. I didn't actually start coring any states, so maybe we should back off on at least a few of these and wait until I can core some of India, right? Okay. All right, have you guys arrived yet? You have. Good. Let's go to our navy. You guys appear to be engaged against somebody. You're spotting a Japanese force. That's nice. I'm going to need to take these subs and split you in half. I'm going to take you guys. I'm going to do a naval invasion support here, here, and here. So let's get everybody in position, and then we should be able to launch, right? Actually, he says he can do it right now. I'm going to wait until the Navy actually gets closer. Come on, get in position. And launch. Okay, so these guys are off and away. Good. So now we just wait and see if we can, in fact, do a naval invasion against Japan. When we get closer, I'm going to go ahead and pop my decryption. I'm going to go ahead and start decrypting against the United States in anticipation that we are going to need that. It's going to take a very long time. We can go ahead and speed that up with some machine-assisted decryption. Seems fine. Okay. So do we want to go ahead and just fabricate against... It's only going to take 6 political power. Let's go ahead and start fabricating against Iran. Because I think that I want to. I'm going to want to take their oil and everything else. We've got enough at the moment. Let's just make sure it's not going to be a problem. We're angered by Iranian posturing against the People's Revolution. Anarchism forever! Or something. Alright, Cypher for China has decrypted. I'm not going to use that anytime soon. Wait until these guys get a little closer. Little bit closer, and then we'll go ahead and pop our little decryption candy. It's going to be great. Oh, right, we've repaired and expand dockyards. You know what? I'm not going to do any more national focuses for the rest of the game. I don't think we need them. I mean, the only thing we're going to get is some research bonuses for our Navy, which is helpful, and then a lot of forts, which I don't care about. So let's instead just start stocking up political power and make 1.8 per day so I can core states faster. I think that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and reveal intelligence of the Empire of Japan for the next 30 days. Boom! All right, we should be able to have a very strong naval landing now. I see no defenders around Tokyo, which is hilarious. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and send some of them off this way, and some of you guys are going to go over this way, and blah, blah, blah. You guys are going to go up and around. We're going to surround Tokyo. Tokyo does have a port. Actually, if Tokyo has a port, there's not a lot of incentive for me not to just go ahead and take it. They're going to be able to ship off supplies regardless of if I surround them. So let's just go ahead and take Tokyo now. Make it easy. And let's join these guys up so I can quickly put your front lines together. They're trying to defend Tokyo, but it doesn't look like it's going to work very well. Let's go ahead and have you guys prevent them from reinforcing. Come on, die. Let me have Tokyo. Thank you. All right, now, dupe, dupe, dupe. Get rid of these. Everyone's assigned here, and just edit this to drag out like so. I'm going to have one of you guys go over here. The other ones go off this way. You're going to go across over here. Going to cross up over here. Just make sure we start cutting them all off. And I'm going to set you guys to being aggressive, which you already are. And your offensive line, let's say, is to go up here. Because this is about to get split, and then we'll set one down over here past Osaka and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which is apparently the new capital of Japan. Okay. So he's trying to rapidly redeploy his troops. I don't think that's going to do him a whole lot of good. We should be able to outpace him pretty quickly. You go here. One of you go here. And let's set up a new offensive line through to Nagasaki. Like so, and go. Okay. Well, I don't think Japan's going to last. I think we were able to prevent them from reinforcing most of the island, which means now it's just a matter of taking their core states, and they are just going to fall apart. Just like that. It's that easy. Let's go ahead and research those logistics companies. It is 1943. Go ahead Could go for some more resources, but so far I've been fine on that front. Field hospitals could get upgraded. Maybe an upgrade to our tanks? No, let's go for an upgrade to our artillery. That's a more immediate benefit, I think. How are we doing in terms of production? Well, we've caught back up on motorized and stuff. It's just artillery right now. Which is fine, because we are producing, trying to train up a lot of artillery right now in the form of 40 combat with divisions, so no surprises there, really. You guys just keep pushing your way up toward, what is this, Hokkaido? Is that what it is? Hang on. Hey, it is Hokkaido! I feel so accomplished all of a sudden. Oh, man, most Americans, I know, we have the stereotype of being terrible at geography, and it's a well-deserved critique, I think. But I'd like to think that I'm a little bit better than the average person, mainly because of Paradox Games. Interesting. Iran is being guaranteed by Sweden. If we're gonna fight Sweden, then I want to quickly get some troops up in position then. I wasn't planning on doing this against them, but I mean, we got troops nearby. So yeah, let's go ahead and set up a quick front line against them. We're gonna have to hold off on attacking Iran. Now the thing is, Iran will likely end up joining with the Axis, so once we get Japan to capitulate, as long as we've taken something from Iran, they'll probably just immediately die. So no big deal, but still, let's be careful not to end this war before we're ready. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal, actually. It's not like we're at war with any other faction, so they probably won't join with the Allies. I mean, they might, but it'll just put me to war against the Allies faster than I was expecting, which is something I already planned on doing. So do we care? I don't know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm just going to get a little bit closer to Nagasaki. Troops are lining on up. It's going to be a little bit longer. Just keep an eye on this. The Mongolian state is actually considered to be a major war participant. We are going to have to knock them out of this war. Vamos, vamos! Unexpected, but okay. I think we can do that. They're small enough. We'll just go ahead and tell these guys to just charge blindly into the field, and they'll be fine. We got a new... no, that's not a fighter. Close air support. Let's go for some scout planes. I would like to have those, and let's actually start building our own close air support level 1. They're not particularly good, I know, but... let's just go ahead and start doing it. Also set up for some more towed anti-tank, maybe a little bit more towed anti-air. Everything else here is looking kind of fine. I'm not building any more military factories, so maybe we should be doing that. I don't know. You guys get over here to Osaka, because it looks like he wants to cross. No, he doesn't. We're about to take Hiroshima. Mongolian state's about to capitulate. Good, so that'll be the other major war participant gone. You don't have another capital. Mongolia only has one city. So once you take the capital, they never capitulate. You just have to keep taking land until they give up. Which I find annoying because it's very difficult to do a good surgical strike. But oh well. Alright, troops in position against Sweden. Yes. So now I'm going to go ahead and declare war against Iran before our war goal expires, because I've had that happen way too many times. Don't want to deal with that. You guys go. Push. Iran has been called in. They have joined the Axis. And Sweden has been called in. All right. Whoa! That is a lot more red than I was expecting. Holy crap, what is happening here? Is Sweden OP? Hey, by the way, we should... oh, wait. Oh, no, I can't take the state down here because Japan landed in friggin' South India. Gosh, dang it. What the heck? The American what? The American Concordat? With Sweden? Uh-oh. Wait. The United States just formed a faction with Sweden, and Sweden's in a war against me. Uh-oh. That might mean that I'm about to fight the United States a lot sooner than I was expecting, and I mean a lot sooner. Alright, we need to go ahead and end this war then, so I can focus my efforts and get ready to fight against the Americans. Can you guys take literally anything? Cuba joins? Okay, I'm just waiting to see if the Americans join the war. If they do, I'm in trouble. Just take anything. Okay, we've taken something. Cuba's been called in on the war. I mean, okay, we've taken something from Iran, which means now once we finish with the Axis, they're going to capitulate and give it up. Get into Nagasaki. Is the Mongolian state not dead yet? Guys. Finish them off. I don't think this is so hard. Just take enough land that they give up. There goes Japan. Okay, so now we're just waiting on the Mongolian state. Okay, okay, okay. You guys are going to set up a war goal or a line against the United States and Mexico. Just go ahead and start transporting your troops in preparation, because we're probably going to need it. I need to end this war. I need to end this war now. I need to focus my efforts here on Sweden, because they are pushing hard. Do I not have enough supplies or something? Is that the issue? That could be. Maybe we just don't have enough supply being sent over to Sweden. Scandinavia. No, we don't. I don't see an attrition icon. I think that they're just actually fighting me that effectively. What the crud, Sweden? They're not that strong. Look at this. 1 to 15 between 2 divisions. That means that they're less than 20 combat width and they have engineers. That should not be able to beat my super infantry. I think I'm detecting a bit of bias on Paradox Interactive's part, making Sweden overpowered again, as they so often like to do. There's even an achievement where they confess this in EU4. How scummy. I don't know if I want to do an upgrade to the field hospitals. We could go for an upgrade to maintenance companies, and that wouldn't be too bad. But let's go for an upgrade to our tanks now. It's time. We'll just start building the best possible tanks. I also want to be upgrading my Air Force a little bit. And Mongolia is dead, which means we have successfully finished off the Axis. Hooray! Now, it looks like Communist China and the Allies have a little bit more war score than I expected. Well, let's prevent Communist China from getting a lot more than I want them to. We are going to take the Great Mongolian State and Manchukuo for myself. Yeah, quite the empire right there. Jeez, that's just a joke. And then maybe Japan. We'll take all of that. And I don't really care about a lot of the other stuff here in Asia, I don't think. I mean, I guess I take that back. We do care about Vichy France's territory. Let's go ahead and take that. You guys can have this. I don't care. I'll come back for you later. In the meantime, let's make sure I get everything I want in Africa and in Europe. Vichy France, can I just take everything you've got? Yep, let's go ahead and finish off Vichy France. Can I eat all of Italy? No. Okay, can't do that. A little too expensive. We should prevent these guys from getting too much. Let's try taking Romania. They've got oil, and I want it. Let's try taking Hungary. I mean, we're going to have to fight the Allies at some point. I think I just take this to be a given at this point. Oh, right, I wanted to take Iran. Why is Iran not showing up here? That's weird. I guess I'll just have to manually click on every single state, won't I? There, we take all of Iran. I'll take Albania. I don't care too much about this. Let's kind of surround Yugoslavia so that they're not inclined to take much. I can't. Okay. Still a bit too much, apparently. Gosh dang it. All right, take that. I'm going to need to pass. We're going to eat the rest of this. Let's make sure we grab all the Romanian territory, the Hungarian territory, Croatian territory, stuff around Italy, etc. Okay. Take that. This leaves Czechoslovakia, El Salvador, Argentina. Oh, I forgot about them. All right, let's just go ahead and get a foothold here in South America so I don't have to worry about it. And I'll also just grab El Salvador real quick. Why not? I know it looks like it's El Salvador, but if I remember correctly, the V is pronounced a little bit like a B in that variation of Spanish. Apparently, I can't take El Salvador right now. How many points are you worth? More than I expected. All right, fine. Tell you what, I'm tired of this. Pass. Greece is going to take things I don't want. Let's go ahead and start taking territory of Italy. Take all of this. Let's grab some of Northern Africa. Okay. The German Reich still is a thing, of course. I'll have to come back to them. All right, let's go ahead and finish off the territory in Africa. I know the Germans are, like, very juicy territory, but I don't think the Allies are going to do much there. Okay, take that. Pass. Denmark is not getting anywhere near enough war score to take anything, so I'm not worried about them. Supervised state? A collaborationist government in Czechoslovakia, turning it into a puppet. Interesting. No, I'm not going to be doing that. Now, one thing I don't understand is why I can't, like, just take all states now. Like, why is that now blocked off? Because now I have to manually go through here and click on every single button, and it is stinking annoying, dude. Some people like this map painting when they're doing peace deals, but when it's a very large swath of territory, and I'm going to take, like, 98% of it anyway, why make me click on all this? Game? Maybe I'm missing something I'm going to get yelled at in the comments again. But you know what? That's a great thing with batch recording. If I screw up and I don't want to get yelled at, I give you guys a week to cool down. It's great. No, I mean, it's just a reality of the situation. I'm not trying to get away from you guys. I appreciate good feedback. Ah, a little bit off there. Hang on. Doop. Pass. Oh, he puppeted him. Oh, you puppeted him. How dare you, Denmark? All right, that's fine. If you get Mecklenburg, have fun with that. Done. I mean, yeah, batch recording is a requirement. I know some people suggest that I just record like 2 or 3 days in advance and then wait and then come back to it and stuff. But reality is I work a full-time job and I only can really record on the weekends. So that's not exactly an option. All right, so you guys, I don't need to be fighting against Turkey right now. I'm going to set up a naval invasion order against the Swedes because I am anticipating we are going to have some help. I didn't think Sweden was going to be that difficult. It appears I was very wrong. So let's make sure we are going for a naval invasion order where we get a port. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, this lets me build up my naval invasion a little bit faster. And also more evenly spreads them out in the naval invasion, so I guarantee that 23 of these divisions don't just sit on one province. Which is what happens generally if you just set it up automatically. I mean, I really feel like they ought to improve, in my opinion, the whole naval invasion system and make it more intuitive with the UI. But all right, we want to send the fleet over here to patrol. In these areas, we'll do some naval invasion orders. All right, so all this is set up. Now we need to get all of our troops in position against the Americans. Because I do not know if Sweden is going to call them in. They may not. If we're lucky, they won't, but it could happen. I need to have a good, strong front line here. A good, strong front line here. With maybe a little bit right here as well. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Blue, I happen to know that pushing through Chicago and Buffalo can be very strong, so we're going to set all of you up here. You guys are going to set up along over here. That's not going to be enough. I am very confident that that is not enough to deal with the Americans. The Americans are going to be strong. No doubt about it. I'm going to set up what I think will be a good spearhead army right here. And their entire goal is basically push up toward Florida. These guys are going to have a wide-reaching goal. You're going to have a wide-reaching goal. You actually need to have a front line against Alaska. I've been snuck up on there before, and I don't feel like dealing with that again. So an offensive line up here. And an offensive line down California. See, they're looking like they're spread a little thin, aren't they? Yeah, I'm concerned. We may need to train up some more troops before I go against the Americans. I don't want to go too ham, you know what I mean? I mean, I like ham and all, but yeah. We want to basically do something like this with blue. Okay, purple, you guys are going to set up over, I think in probably New England, because that's a place where the Americans tend to really congregate a lot of their forces in the northeast and the coast. You guys are set up against Iraq at the moment, who I don't have a war goal against, and you are going against Sweden. Okay, so that's going to be good enough. And I think we are officially set up to go for the next round of wars. The United States is going to be my next big target. And before I forget, we should be able to now core some territory in India, which is going to give me access to a lot more manpower. Though it looks like I'm getting a lot of that manpower anyway. Hello, 2 million more. That is just brilliant. Okay. Well, I'm going to set up some more troops to be trained, and I'm going to set up some more factories and so on, and we'll come back to this in the next video, and we'll start gearing up for a war against the United States. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.